evening.
Good evening. How are you doing today?
Who are you, Dr. Redding?
Really, Dr. Redding right now.
Good evening. How are you doing today? Welcome to Masterpiece Theater. That's what you sounded like for real.
Probably so.
How was your week?
Good. Busy. Busy good.
Did you work hard? You worked a lot? Choir?
I actually love that.
I know. I'm just making fun of you.
How was your week? Did you change tires? No.
No.
No, exactly.
No, thank God.
No, exactly.
No, I've done that before, though.
I mean, and can do it like a boss.
I did yours.
And do it like a boss.
Yes.
And I was sitting on the side of the road and smile and say, please help.
And you went and got me a Gatorade. You sure did.
I have no shame.
You shouldn't.
I mean, I really don't.
For real. I appreciated the Gatorade, and it was quicker me doing it.
I said, girl, you are good at this. Let me go see. Let me get you a drink.
Thank you.
Wouldn't care.
I didn't have a very good week.
You didn't? Why?
I had a stomach ache.
Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
Oh.
Deep, dark depression, excessive misery.
Oh.
If it wasn't for bad luck, I have no luck at all.
Oh.
Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
I mean, that was real.
I mean, for real.
You are welcome. We are in concert. You can find us on iTunes at
gloomdespair.com.
But no, so I had a great. I had a good week. Everything was going well. And then I woke up Sunday night and thought I was dying. Mm-hmm. Come to find out I was not.
Good.
But it's now Tuesday. We dropped this episode in 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally threw the whole podcast plan off, so I feel bad.
That's
what you going to do? So here we are.
Right.
Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. We're going to kill it.
Kill it.
Drop it. Drop it like it's hot. I'm feeling better.
Wow. Good.
I'm talking about dropping the episode. That's the only thing I'm dropping like it's hot.
I didn't say you weren't. I said, wow, good.
You gave me a face.
Okay, they didn't see that.
I'm letting them know. We're keeping it real here.
Keeping it real and talking too much is two different things. Sorry.
Listen, you sound like my mama.
I mean,
Nancy. Nancy. Jeff is talking. Anything else happen? Exciting?
Now that I remind myself, no.
There is too. We did something cool.
What did we do cool?
We went to the orchestra.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
That was my first, what's it called? Orchestral?
I don't know.
That's the first time I went to one of those.
Yeah. I love it.
And it was the opening thing, right?
Yeah. Opening season.
That was cool.
Yeah. Well,
I had a fancy
We
dress.
almost did a podcast from there. I'm lying.
I was like, wait, what? What happened? What? What? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And Friday, what did I do? Something happened Friday.
I don't know.
You did something Friday somewhere.
I don't know.
Oh, no, you were doing the
I was playing rehearsals. Yeah, I was in rehearsals. I don't know what you were doing, but I was in rehearsals.
I cleaned my garage. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
What does my garage look like now?
Gloom, despair, and agony.
No, it doesn't.
It looks clean. Very clean. You can walk in it. It's clean.
You know what? First of all, stop with your leg patting. First of all, it looked like an episode of Hoarders.
It was an episode of Hoarders. I was trying to be nice. But since you're talking about it, I'm glad you got rid of that mice.
Shut up. But I got rid of stuff.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Can we stop singing it?
Yes, you did. Yeah, you did.
I got rid of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The trash people took it all.
Sure did.
But we put a whole bunch of stuff out at the road.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Stop. Stop. You're on my nerves. So, got rid of a lot. I cleaned the craft room.
Right.
I found 4 canvases I didn't even know I had. You know why?
Why?
Because it wasn't clean.
Because you wasn't clean.
Stop
but you
singing
really
it.
got out of it. You can. I mean, I'm just in that mood. Man.
I cleaned my room. I cleaned my craft room.
Mm-hmm.
And I cleaned the garage. So this morning, even though I still wasn't 100%,
You cleaned?
No, I woke up and I made my bed.
Yeah.
And I felt good.
Good.
So I feel good at home right now. Mm-hmm. Even if everything else is wrecked. I feel good. It's productive.
And you did it intentionally.
Intentionally, and I went to the orchestra.
Yes, you did. Yes,
and then I died 4 hours later.
Wow. Okay.
Not really. But
that got dramatic. That got dramatic real quick.
Anyway. But I'm good now.
Good.
Yay. Anything you need to brag on?
No.
Condemn? How about those Cowboys?
No. I loved that the Dallas Cowboys won. So if there are any Cowboy haters out there, I understand. But I'm not one.
Did you see the field goal Tucker made? Caw-caw, caw-caw. How about those Ravens? When you got a team that wins.
What? Who are the Ravens?
The Ravens have won since the Cowboys.
Okay, can you not get so angry so quickly? It's just football.
In Orlando, I threw a fork in a wall.
What?
Over the Ravens. It happened.
When you lose your temper over a football game, throwing that fork, you must be insane. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. But you cleaned that garage, you cleaned it out. You got rid of it, you got out of the house. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Praise
Are you done?
Praise Him.
Oh, God. Yeah. Honestly. You should be glad that I think that you're my best friend.
Talking about best friends.
Otherwise, shut up.
Snap.
I'm done. No, I'm done with your singing.
Snap.
It's the same tune. Get a new tune, Jeff. Get a new tune.
Jeff, get a new tune, Jeff.
It's all.
Y'all should see her face right now.
I'm so
her
irritated.
jaw touching the floor. Snap, crackle,
First
pop.
of all, my jaw ain't touching nothing.
Snap.
Snop. Oh, say it again.
Snap, crackle,
I'm going to rewind that, and it's going to say, snop. Are we going to do the podcast? Are we going to fight today?
We're doing the podcast. We're in the middle of the podcast.
So, as we laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I get dark. Look, first of all, we're going to laugh in this, and I need to tell you that we're going to laugh in this because that's the way I cope. He's going to laugh because I'm funny.
What?
It's going to happen.
Okay.
But no, I'm saying it out there. I'm a person who's went through some dark crap in my life. I cope by laughing, and I make fun of myself. I make fun of other people. And what we're going to talk about is a little dark today. And I really feel like it needs to be talked about. Jeff has been very iffy on this topic.
Oh, yeah.
And for the first time, he's holding a binder in front of him. Because I gave him printouts. Because I want him to understand that I'm really serious about what we're talking about here. I see it as a big problem. And I know that we're all about like being uplifting and we want to help you with your mental health. We want to help you feel like heard and seen. And I personally feel like if we didn't talk about this, we're doing like society a disjustice, and it's got to be talked about. So he has prayed about it, thought about it, meditated on it, reflected about it, and here we are, and we're doing it, even though it's 2 days after the time frame we should be doing it because I had issues. Do you need to make any personal disclaimers right now because you are somewhat against it?
I have nothing to do with this, but I'm but I'm along for the ride, and I'll be there support. So go ahead.
I don't think you have nothing to do with it. You're going to have some strong opinions.
Yeah, I have some opinions, but yeah.
So here's the thing that we're talking about. And I'm going to put a bunch of links in the show notes. We're going to talk about what number one in the headlines right now, at least I think as of right now it still is. I don't have cable.
Okay.
So that's important to say. So as somebody who don't have cable, I pulled the plug a long time ago. What, like 2015, 2016? I mean, you don't know because you weren't there when I pulled it. But
I mean, for real.
I mean, as long as you've known me, I haven't had it.
Right.
But I don't have cable. I don't like TV. I don't like news. I'm really like very anti that. Jeff loves politics. Jeff loves news, like watching it, being part of it. If there's something like he's told me about a hurricane. I think we've talked about this on before, right?
Yeah.
Like how I don't watch it and I don't know. Like,
yeah, look outside.
Like what? I don't know.
It's a Willican.
It's a good place to be though. For me and my mental health, news is bad for me.
Right.
And this got to me. It's that big. It got to me. And we're talking about Gabby Petito and Brian Landry. I don't know if I'm pronouncing their last names right. You know who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. This was big to me because I saw myself. I could have been Gabby in like 1995-ish. Mm-hmm. And in that time frame, I was dating a person. And I had the personality of her. Mm-hmm. I literally believed everything was wrong with me. It wasn't. Did I have issues? Of course. Everybody has issues. But there was behaviors that I wanted to hide. Mm-hmm. Until I couldn't hide them anymore. Mm-hmm. And if we're going to talk about mental health, let's talk about it. And let's be real about it on each side of it.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And because now there's somebody dead and there's somebody missing.
Right.
And none of this had to happen. None of this had to happen. And it breaks my heart. And like, we literally see it unfold. Like, there's a timeline.
Right.
Like, I printed you a timeline. Mm-hmm. You literally see it unfold. And there's so many red flags and we all see it. We've all had friends that have seen it.
Right. Right.
So, let's start. August 12th. Well, we'll start in July. In July of 2021, Gabby and Brian decide that they're going to get a van and do this, like, Midwest adventure, live out of a van. You know, like, I'm on the tiny home craze. We talked about it where I said that I needed a tiny home, but then I needed 2 tiny homes.
Right.
One closet and one to live in. Yeah. So, still stick with that. Mm-hmm. But they were doing like, you know, living in the like Nissan NV200. I don't know what type of van it was, but like that idea, or like a Mercedes Sprinter. Look, I just went body shop.
Yep, you sure did.
Sorry guys. Jeff says all the time, for my choral people, for my body shop people, there's probably not any out there.
I'm sure they are.
Please be out there. Body shop people, hook me up. But those, like, they're living in a van. You know what I mean? Like, because you can fit a mattress in the back, like making a van into a camper.
Right.
Doing like an adventure, going through the parks. Mm-hmm. Super cool. So they decide they're going to do that. They're doing like Instagram, YouTube. And we're figuring that out right now. But, like, there's a thing there. We all know that. Like, there's influencers. There's people that we watch. I got totally into, like, tiny things genre on Instagram. Where, like, people made, like, these little things with tiny people. And then there's, like, cat people. Then there's people who do, like... And I don't have a cat. I don't want a cat. Mm-hmm. But I ended up in it. Like... There's so many different things that people can become an influencer on. And these 2 young people are doing this beautiful adventure, living in a van. Like, I'm envious of that in a way. Mm-hmm. Like, what would you give right now to say, hey, let's pick up and go and tour the national parks and do it for 3 months? Mm-hmm. Could you do it? No. You can't do it. You've got responsibilities. You've got jobs. You've got things that are coming up. Yeah. You've got concerts. You've got events. What would it be like to be able to do that? And nonetheless, like, here's these 2 beautiful young people doing it with the person that they love. Right. So it's like romantic and it's fun and it's passionate and they're with nature and they're beautiful. Great, right?
Right.
I would tune in and I'm 44 just because it's like, oh, the better years of when I was young. I could have, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had a whole market. So, great idea. It was a great idea of the 2 of them. That was in July. In August 12th, what do you see in front of you?
Disorderly conduct stop.
On August 12th, a 911 call was placed by somebody who saw a confrontation between Gabby and Brian. They saw Brian hit her. The police in Moab, Utah are dispatched and they pull the van over. At that point, the police, if you watch the body cam footage, and I'm going to put it in the show notes, they don't know. They know what they're looking for, but they don't know what the caller, like they're looking for this van.
Right.
They don't know what the caller actually saw.
Right,
if that makes sense. No arrests were made. The couple ended up being separated for the night. And Gabby stays in the van. Brian goes to a hotel. Okay? And I'll put it in the show notes. So, I researched this. I watched it. And it broke my heart. Because I related.
Right.
Gabby goes through this whole thing. And she's like, I'm sorry, I have OCD. And he had muddy shoes in the van. And it was muddy shoes. You're living in a van with a person. In a van. Like, basically, your living space is the size of a king-size bed.
Right.
With 2 seats in the front. And they had pitched tents and stuff like that on the outside, which is cool, which is wise. You know what I mean? But, like, you would think you'd be past those things if you're going to go on this adventure, right? And so, something that I wanted to, I found interesting. Cohen, there's a guy, his name was Arthur Cohen. He said, we really don't know how extensive the fight was. He is from Cornell, by the way. What we know is that when they were pulled over by the police, she was very upset and they were both minimizing their argument. That was completely clear. She appears to try to blame it on her OCD, and he talks about his muddy shoes. She also says she's under a lot of stress. What do you see as a problem there? You taught teenagers for years.
Well, she owns everything. Owning everything, yeah.
And why do you think she was?
I have no idea.
I mean, to me, I think, one, she was scared to death she was going to get arrested. Things just got real. The police showed up.
Right.
I think they both got slapped that way. Thinking whoa, we don't want to go to jail. We're fine. We're good people. We don't want to go to prison. What's happening? Let it go. She's minimizing it. She's taking the blame. When you watch, it's like they had them for an hour and over an hour. I'm going to put the link in the show notes. Everything that you see on CNN, Fox News, and whatever, it is, you see the snippet of her crying, this snippet. He's buddying with the police at times. Not saying that the police are doing anything wrong, because they're not.
Right.
He's calm. She's not. Let me tell you, in that situation, I would completely be Gabby.
Right.
I wouldn't, and I'm calm. If homie wasn't dead by my hand, I would be freaking out.
Right.
Because I would be nervous. You're going to get one or the other.
Yeah.
Was she mentally healthy? I don't think so. Because, and the reason I say that, if she was, and there's no judgment. I don't mean this in a judgment way, but she's owning, I have OCD and it's this and it's my fault and it's this, it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault. If there's ever an argument, 90% of the time, 2 people are involved, especially if you're living in a van. He hit her. People saw him hit her. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
That's what was called in. He slapped her. I don't care what she said. If she's screaming and he puts his hands on her.
Yeah.
You're wrong too. Walk away. Walk away. Let her scream in the street. You know what I mean? So at this point, they're both wrong. Right? Saying that everything he says is right.
Right.
But she's owning it all and crying uncontrollably. And he's like, listen, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. She's hysterical. To me, it's almost like complete gaslighting.
Why do you say that?
She's owning everything. She's like, I'm crazy. I'm sorry. It's my issues. It's my problem. And he's laughing. He's like, listen, yeah. And when I say he's laughing, there's also times that I think that it could what I'm saying is this. She's visibly much more upset. He's irritated and nervous he could go to jail or get arrested. He's got that concern. He's respectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's like, she's losing it and crying and respectful. There's a different emotional level happening.
Yeah.
It could be because she's got an emotional issue. Sure. Or it could be that she's being gaslit and everything that she feels is being told that she's stupid. And she's questioning everything about herself.
Right.
Watch your people. Watch your people. As one who has been gaslit, when you question everything about yourself to where you won't even bring your person to your people because you're afraid you'll look crazy.
Right.
Because you don't know if you're right or wrong. If your sister or your brother or your friend has a boyfriend or a person, and I use that in air quotes because and they're like, yeah, they're busy, they can't come. Worry.
Yeah.
Push. You can push the paper. We're gonna edit it out. It's fine. Go to the next page.
Yeah. And then the 19th.
No, wait, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Cohen also said, because I thought this was good, such an imbalance of the emotional state between the pair, as seen in the officer's body cam footage, raises a red flag because she doesn't look like someone who's having a panic attack or who's anxious. She looks scared. And he's a clinical psychologist.
Right.
She was emoting so much, it was very clear that there had been an incident and there had been a problem and she was struggling. You know, there is a difference between me and you fought. Well, not fist fought.
I mean,
but
for real.
We've had a disagreement.
Yeah.
And it happens like this.
Right. You move on.
Most of the time.
Right.
But then it goes away like that.
That's, right.
That's healthy.
Normal. Yeah.
But there has been a long time problem that she's struggling with. Like there was a backstory, and if you watch the video cam footage and you watch the whole thing, you can tell she's holding back with what she's saying. You can tell he's holding back. Something happened. I want to know what happened beforehand.
Right.
But then he also said she looks scared. She looks overwhelmed. Scared and overwhelmed. There's a video of her, and I think we've all seen it probably at this point, and she's sitting in the back of the car, and she's such a pretty little girl. Blonde hair, you know, fair skin. Her face is so red. And it's not from sun. It's from crying. And her eyes are glassy. And it's because she has cried so much. And she's like, yes, sir. No, sir. She's very polite. She's not. Both of them are polite. But you can tell she really just wants this to be over. She don't want to go to jail. She wants to go on the trip she planned. And that's one of the things that I think is so important to hear about this. They had a great plan. And I think she wanted it to go so well that she wouldn't say, I'm leaving.
Right.
I don't know what happened, but something happened. But she wouldn't leave.
Then you get to August 19th.
And then what happened?
Van life.
They posted a video. So this is 7 days later, 1 week. They're kissing. They're happy. They're in love. They posted on YouTube, still there. And they posted a video called Van Life, Beginning Our Van Journey. And what I think is important with this, we all need to realize all of this is in the media, right?
Yeah.
Like you see the body cam footage. We all know at this point she's dead. And that she was murdered. We're all looking for him, right? Like that's all known. August 12th, 7 days before this video was posted, she was torn apart. he was acting crazy. And now they're kissing and loving and talking about how great it is. People, what you see on social media is not real.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real. It's not real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, you go to my social media right now, it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to see anywhere that I was like torn up at 2:00 in the morning on Sunday night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see the struggles I have every day. You know why? Because I don't have to share that with everybody.
Right.
Social media is media. It's newsworthy. What you think is newsworthy. And guess, on my social media, I get to determine what I believe is newsworthy. Like on yours, you get to determine what is newsworthy.
Right.
Right? So what we see is not real.
Yeah.
It's just not. Me and you, true or false, we have many conversations beforehand when we're talking about a podcast episode. We're real. Everything we tell you is true.
Right.
We don't tell you everything.
Right.
Because like, no, I don't want to share that right now. Or, yeah, I do. Or, no, I don't.
Well,
or maybe later.
There's also such a thing called oversharing. And that's something that you don't do. It's unhealthy. It's not right. And it's, yeah, you don't do stuff like that. Yeah.
So in this, though, what you would have seen if you followed them on YouTube, right? You'd be like, oh my God, they're so cute. Like, I love them. So jealous. I want to be that couple. Anyone would have said that. It was cute. It's super cute. So, and I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're driving, pull over because it goes down from here. Like, that was a hot. There's nothing else that is good from this point on in this podcast. You're going to be just sad.
It ain't been good. I mean, go good.
I mean, well, no, I mean, like,
Yeah,
listen.
you just slaps, hits, talk. Ain't nothing been good. Yeah.
Anyway. August 24th.
Seen in Salt Lake City.
What were they doing?
Leaving the hotel. Yeah.
Right. What was next? What happened the next day? No. Right here.
Oh, Gabby's last post.
On her last post, the van was spotted in Grand Teton National Park. And there is a post made to her Instagram account. What I want to say about this is this. It wasn't there. It was an old photo. I'm telling you, August 25th, Christy's personal opinion, her sleuthing opinion, that was not her. She was dead. I personally believe she died August 24th, between August 24th and August 25th. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Because the picture that was posted on August 25th, that would be like, I don't know, like if I took a picture last week, downtown, like going to dinner with Bella. And the outfit, you knew I was at downtown dinner with Bella from like a post she posted.
Right.
And then I randomly posted it and was like, hey, great day. Why would I post that there if I'm in Grand Teton?
Right.
Like, that's dumb. That'd be like me being in New York City, posting a picture of downtown Winter Garden. Makes no sense.
Right.
That's what happened August 25th. So, there's my opinion on that. August 27th.
She received an odd text. Well, an odd text.
Right. An odd text.
Yeah.
Well, there's a search warrant. We're not going to talk about search warrant yet. On August 27th, Gabby's mom got a text from Gabby's phone, and it said this. Can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemails and missed calls. Stan is Gabby's grandfather. But her mother says Gabby has never referred to him by his first name. Gabby's mother said it was out of character and concerning. This is August, remember this date, August 27th. Okay? August 27th. She got a text message. If everybody knows your mom's name.
Right.
If your daughter texted you and said, can you please get with Eula? She's sending me a weird text.
Yeah, we're going to have a problem.
And then you heard nothing.
Yeah.
That's concerning, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I see that as concerning. I'm telling you, if my kid texted me something weird like that in 6 hours, we would have bloodhounds. Because that's weird. I'm not judging, and please understand this too. When I say all of this, I'm not judging Gabby's parents' actions. But if you can learn from any mistakes they might have made, learn from them. Because to me, there's some things to learn from here.
Right.
Like, and conversations that need to be had. Hence the reason we're here. Okay. So, August 29th. There's claims of hitchhiking. Miranda Baker, she posts on her TikTok that her and her boyfriend, not just her, they picked up Brian Laundrie, who was hitchhiking alone. Okay. It was really weird because they were talking about like Jackson Hole and Jackson Place. If you watch it and you get into it, he offered him $200
for what?
Like apparently where they were going was like 20 minutes. He's like, "Hey, if you'll take me here, I'll give you $200." And she's like, fine. And then they were like, I don't know. You have to watch it. But like Jackson Hole and Jackson is like, I've never been there. Okay. But apparently he freaked out when he figured out where they were going. He's like, no, I got to get out and I got to go here. And they're like, okay. FBI talked to him. She's on TikTok. You can find it. I've watched them all. Oh my goodness. She's right. They picked him up. And he said what he said. Okay. I don't think there's a question there. Like the FBI ain't questioning it, whatever. On August 30th, Gabby's mom gets a text message that says, no service in Yosemite. That's it. So, if my kids texted me to tell me that there was no service, it would be like, I don't know if you're going to get this or not. I love you, no service. I'll call you as soon as I can. Or, no service in Yosemite. Right. It's weird. Yeah. Weird. Anyway, September 1st. Brian goes home to Northport, Florida. Gabby and him lived there with Brian's parents. Okay? There's no Gabby, but he's in the van that Gabby bought. Gabby bought the van. It was like in her name. September 11th. If that's not just a bad day that keeps presenting itself. Yeah, for real. Gabby's mom files a missing persons report with Suffolk County in New York because she hasn't heard from her daughter since late August. So, first of all, if we go back, and this is the main reason I want to talk about this. On August 25th, no, I'm lying. August 27th. Her mama knew there was something wrong. Because she sent a text message and said, get with Stan, her grandpa. If your daughter, I don't know if we've said your daughter's name on this, so I'm saying your daughter right now. Right. Like out of respect. Yeah. If she had said, from her phone, you got a text message that said, let Eula know I'll get a hold of her soon. On August 27th, she got 30 days, half September, April, June, and November, all the rest of 31. So there's 4. September 11th, we're 15 days. Right. And you haven't talked to her? Right. Why have you waited 15 days? I'm burning the house down, the town down. I've hired bloodhounds. Dog the bounty hunter who shows up later, he shows up. I've already got him on retainer. Because if you give me 18 hours, I promise you, I got a search party. I've literally told my children, I'm reading you the Riot Act. You better be dead. Because if you ain't, you will be. So, like, and I don't mean this in a way, like, I'm sure Gabby's mom was like, well, she's gone on this trip. Maybe it was that way in Yosemite. Maybe. And to be fair, Gabby was probably already dead for a long time at this point. So I'm not saying that her mom did anything wrong, but I'm saying as parents, as friends, as partners, be aware. If it's weird, it's weird. Alert it. And then you go through September 15th. Brian, the boyfriend, they said he's a person of interest. September 17th, where is he? Huh. Well, they said, his parents said, we haven't seen him in 3 days. So first of all, can we just note, he comes home September 1st. Mm-hmm. September 17th, we don't know where he is, which means he left September 14th. So what was he talking about September 1st through the 14th when he was in your house? Because apparently you saw him then, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No one's answered that question.
Right.
Okay. So apparently he went to the Carlton Reserve in Sarasota, Florida. Mm-hmm. He left his cell phone at home and his wallet at home. People are like, did he go there to commit suicide? I mean, if he wanted to commit suicide, he could have killed himself.
Right.
Like, Utah. Why come to Florida and do it? But, I mean, maybe. I don't know. And if he killed her and then he killed himself, I don't want anybody to die.
Right.
But, like, what happened? And September 19th. So they were searching for him September 18th. He's gone. Brian's like flown the coop. September 19th, they found Gabby's body. In you started? Mm-hmm. Grand Teton.
Okay.
Don't hit buttons while we're recording, Jeffrey. They found the remains in Grand Teton, where the van was spotted previously.
Right.
So, obviously, where they saw the van back on whatever day it was that we just went over. Sorry for the paper sound, guys. August 24th, they were seen in Salt Lake City. Uh-huh. So, around that time frame, they found her body. 22. How old's your daughter? Almost 22. How old's my son? 22. This shouldn't have happened. Mm-hmm. So, September 20th. Sorry. September 20th, there was an FBI raid. They went into the house, took his car, hard drive, everything that they could find, trying to find information about him. September 21st, Gabby was identified. We already knew it was her. I mean, but legally. And they determined that it was a homicide. So the FBI then say that they are going to take over the investigation. And as of, what's today? The 28th? Is today the 28th? Is today the 28th?
Yes.
Is today the 28th? Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You'd be on the podcast.
Today the 28th?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday. Uh-huh. Dog the Bounty Hunter is on the case.
Right.
I saw a meme today and it said, if Dog the Bounty Hunter finds Brian Landry before the FBI, I'm definitely paying my taxes. But here's the thing. I think Dog could.
Right.
That dude's weird. I love Dog the Bounty Hunter. Are you a fan? Have you watched him?
I mean, not really.
Did you ever watch the show?
No.
Listen. Your girl was a dog fan. Dog and Beth. Mm-hmm. That's like my people.
I'm all about Bach and Beethoven.
You just made me want to kill myself. Like, oh Lord.
I just am.
Why did you say that? We're talking about Dog the Bounty Hunter. What does that have to do with Bach and Beethoven?
I mean, because I just who I am as a person.
It's not.
It's not.
So here's some of the things I want to go over. And I know I'm steering this. But it's because I don't think... Here's because I really believe I'm right. And people need to hear it. I'm serious. You laugh. I'm serious.
I know you are.
I want you to think I want you to think it's your daughter. Mm-hmm. I want everyone who's hearing me, that it's your kid, your girlfriend, or your person that this happened to. Because I think that way, and I think not enough people think that way. Mm-hmm. When there's something crazy that you see, it could be the person that you love that's crazy, or something could be happening to them. Investigate both. Mm-hmm. Take care of other people's mental health. When I went through what I went through, people thought I was crazy. Mm-hmm. I wasn't.
Right.
I was scared to death. Mm-hmm. I'd been tied up. I had had my keys thrown in a creek and told, I got a shotgun, find them before I get out here. Mm. I was 20. Okay? Mm-hmm. I was pushed out of a moving car. This is all the same person, by the way. Had I not, by the grace of God, I got away. Mm-hmm. I wanted away. He wasn't cute. He wasn't great. There was none of that. I thought I would get killed if I left. Mm-hmm. Or someone I loved. Mm-hmm. That shouldn't happen. And that happens to people.
Right.
Dig into it. Because guess what? He wouldn't have killed nobody. I know that now. Mm-hmm. He ended up in jail. You know why he ended up in jail?
Why?
He was a coward. Mm. He wrote many a check that his butt couldn't cash. And he still could be there for all I know.
Right.
Like, I don't know. But it was bad. And I personally believe Gabby was in the same thing. Mm-hmm. I also personally believe that me and you and everyone who's hearing this knows somebody that's in the same thing. And it only takes a split decision. Because I'm not going to say that I think that Brian is some psychopathic murderer. Mm-hmm. But I think there can be some relationships that are so toxic.
Right.
Did something trigger him and make him one for a minute? Maybe he's a sociopath who kills people for a living. I don't know. But science will tell you that murder is a crime of passion. Normally it's not. It doesn't happen over and over. Right? Like, I'm not saying I think he's a serial killer. I don't know who he could be. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What I am saying, though, we have kids.
Right.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dog the Bounty Hunter's on the case. Mm-hmm. Recap. Had to take a break. My personal belief is just like you can't speed. It should be illegal to go missing. And what I mean is this. The police often will say, well, they're an adult. They got the right to go missing if they want to. No, you don't.
Right.
Do you think you can go missing?
Well, of course not. But that's what the law says, so.
But why is that? Why do we say, hey, as an adult, you can go missing? No, you can't. Grow up. If you want to leave the life that you're in right now, go to the police department and say, hey, sidebar, don't tell anybody. Like, hey, bestie, cops, don't tell anyone. I'm going to go missing. But when they call you and say they're worried, just say, hey, they're okay. They told us they were going missing. How hard would that be?
Right.
Like, here's your driver's license. Here's your fingerprints. We know you're you. If we find your corpse somewhere, you went missing. You chose it.
Right.
But what is this garbage of not looking at people? So I'm going to give you a piece of advice because I have it. And maybe, you've known I've had this for a while, so maybe you think I'm less crazy after this case. I have got a kit.
Okay.
That is a should I go missing kit. You have a copy of it. You haven't been able to open it because it's sealed. Yes?
Right.
Everyone needs it. You laugh. I'm not joking. What would the difference be?
I don't know.
It could, people laugh at it. Even like my own kid has been like, oh, you're crazy. Why do you have this? And guess what he said after this?
What?
Okay, yeah. So I encourage everyone who doesn't want to go missing to create a Should I Go Missing kit. Let me tell you what's in my kit. I have a social media, I have a password manager, right? Like a password manager. It has all of my passwords in it because I changed my passwords. But I don't change the password to my password manager. It's in there. Should I go missing? All of my social media info will be in there. All messages I've had, so the police can look at it. Mm-hmm. I have got pictures of me, tons of pictures of me with different. My hair color changes like the seasons, like the months. Seasons is giving.
I mean, for real.
Like the months, but I have pictures of me with long hair, short hair, blonde hair, black hair, rainbow hair, pink hair, purple hair. So you can know what I would look like.
Right.
I have pictures of me heavier and thinner, so you can look at my face. I have photos of every tattoo that's on my body. And then below the picture, where it's located. Mm-hmm. I have got DNA samples that I have literally swabbed my mouth, and I have hairs from my root in bags. I have got medical device serial numbers. Mm-hmm. If you find my body somewhere, I'm going to help you catch them. I'm serious though. Like, I'm telling you right now on this podcast, I'm not going to go missing. If you all can't find me, I'm murder or abducted. Like, one of the two things have happened.
Right.
Let's get them. There's also a list of my enemies.
You don't have a lot of enemies.
I mean, people that could be.
Okay.
I have a list of people that I think that could possibly kill me, hurt me, or harm me. Why? Their name and their address. I also have links to their social media profiles.
This is like dark.
It might be dark, but what I'm saying is this. I have listened to enough, and I've been aware of enough. Mm-hmm. Things like this shouldn't happen. People go sideways. And let's just say I'm a casualty of someone going sideways. Mm-hmm. Catch them. Don't let them kill somebody else.
Right.
1. But 2, protect yourself. Like, I have on my phone, my location. It's not 100% accurate all the time, I don't think. But like, my girlfriends have my location. Mm-hmm. I've got y'all's location. If you need something, you hit a button, I can get to you. People, quit being sketchy. Share it with people that you trust. It's a big deal. We all look at people and think, if people had looked at the video that they had posted, Life in a Van, been like, oh my God, I totally want that. That's so great. And you probably wanted what they showed. Mm-hmm. That's different than what it really was. Mm-hmm. So, here's something. Granted, it's gotten better with cell phones because people have cell phones that can contact each other.
Right.
But this is staggering numbers. There are more than 17,000 missing person cases and 13,000 unidentified body cases open in the United States. Mm-hmm. Think of the Amway Center. Plus.
Yeah, for real.
Unidentified bodies. People who are in the United States and they have not been claimed. So, honestly, check on your friends. Check on people that you love. Know where they're at. If you haven't heard from them for a long time, you're concerned, reach out. California, as of 2021, 2,133 missing people in 2021. Wow. Not solved. Unsolved. And we are where? Florida? Number 2. 1,252. And then here's the thing, because we are red and green colorblind. This shocked me more. And you might not know it. and I am a white woman, like Caucasian as can be. If I went missing, and you went missing, the chances of people finding me is 100 times better than them finding you. Why? So, it takes all of our attention. News turns to it, police officers, the FBI, everybody does everything possible when it's a white woman that goes missing. That was said by Dr. Kay Whitehead. She is the founder and director of the Carson Institute for Race, Peace, and Social Justice at Loyola University of Maryland. What I'm saying is this. We want everybody to be found. Anybody that's missing. I mean, what happened with Gabby? What would happen if we did that with everybody? Why can't we do it with everybody? Why is it not on the news? Why are people not outraged when people are just randomly gone? These cases are crazy. There is a case of a 24-year-old geologist. I want everybody to say their name say this boy's name after I say it. Boy, 24 years old. 2 years older than my own son.
Right.
His name is Daniel Robinson. He went missing on June 23rd. Have you heard of him?
Nope.
Beyond reading this?
Nope.
Daniel Robinson. He's an African-American man that was a geologist, and he went missing on June 23rd. On Thursday, the police released a report about the ongoing investigation because people have become outraged because he's been missing since June 23rd and didn't get near as much of attention as he should have.
Right.
He went missing from a job site in a remote part of Buckeye on the morning of June 23rd. What they found out before and after. According to the report, family and friends said that he'd been acting weird before he went missing, that he was last seen by a coworker who said that he arrived at the site and was saying things aren't making sense. Like he seemed confused and he kept saying things weren't making sense. But in the days prior, he was behaving oddly too. They said that he'd been seen with a woman he'd met while working a side job, like for Uber or DoorDash or something like that. But the lady had invited him to hang out at his home on June 12th. And then he kept showing up unannounced. And she had asked him not to. What it looks like, if you look at this information, he had a mental break.
Right.
Something was happening he never acted that way before. All of a sudden, he started acting weird. In the mid-20s, schizophrenia can take over. There's so many. This should have been a warning sign when somebody said there's something going on. This guy's gone. He was here and he's gone.
Right, right.
But they said, hey, guess what? He can be missing.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he be allowed to go missing? There was nothing that said he wanted to leave. He had erratic behavior. If it was a heart attack and it was a white woman that fell down on the street, what would they say? Oh, that's erratic. Why is she shaking like that?
Right.
That's odd. No one should help her. Let's keep walking. This guy's gone. After already showing some erratic behavior, no one's looking for him.
Right.
If you read the report, it's really sad. His family's still looking for him. They're trying to figure out what happened. There's a lot of groups that are trying to start going through some of these areas to see what they can find. Mm-hmm. The Tempe police, they didn't get to his house until July 7th. They didn't go in until 2 weeks after he was reported missing. Uh-huh. But people's been looking for him. They found a rancher, not the police. A guy roaming his property. He found Robinson's Jeep overturned in a ravine on July 19th. The police said rough terrain prevented it from being seen from the air. His clothes, boots, phone, and wallet and keys were all inside. But he wasn't.
Wow.
So it sounds maybe a mental break, or I don't know. Was he held? Who knows what happened at that point?
For real.
His family thinks he's dead. They pretty much said we're looking for a body. We think. Like, they've resigned. But where is he? He's there. Like, people don't evaporate. We haven't had 2,133 people evaporate from the state of California.
Right.
Where are they? Who's looking for them? It's crazy. So, I want to give an awareness to this. Black and Native Americans make up a disproportionate share of active missing people. So, the largest disparity is among Black people, who make up 1/3 of the active missing persons cases out there, but only 13% of the U.S. population.
Wow. That's unbelievable, actually.
Why? And how do we change it?
Right.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to start changing it right now, because my best friends are African American. People that I love are African American. There's a young man, and his name, to be fair, probably we should say was Marquis Allen Rhodes. He's been missing since 7/1/2001. He would be 68 now. He's missing from Oklahoma City. He is a male. He's Black. He weighed about 150 pounds. He was last seen in the vicinity of the 6,000 block of West Wilshire in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He was sighted in July 2002 in the vicinity of Northwest 10th Street and MacArthur Boulevard in Oklahoma City. He has a medical condition. Somebody knows. He's somewhere. Cheryl Bernita Parks. She's been missing since January 10th, 1992. Today she would be 63. She's missing from Atlanta, a female. She weighed 135 pounds. She was last seen leaving her boyfriend's apartment on Southeast Fern Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia on January 10th, 1992 at approximately 11 p.m. She was en route to a party at the time, but she never arrived. She resided in the 2040 block of Southeast Hill Street at the time of her disappearance. She has 2 children and was employed at the cafeteria of Morehouse College in 1992. People know what happened to her. They know what's happened to her. Look at her picture. Yeah. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Omar Gibson. Missing since 7/25/2012 from Gainesville, Florida. Weighed 140 pounds. He was seen last at Palms of Brook Valley Apartments, 1101 Northwest 39th Avenue, Gainesville. His car was recovered in the apartment complex on 7/27/2012. It was a blue 2003 Honda Accord with the keys on the floor and doors unlocked. He was last seen wearing a tank top, long jeans, shorts, and Jordan slippers. Did he have a medical condition? To me, that one kind of sounds like it.
Right.
We've got Pamela Webster Palmer, 10/1/1996. 1996? I was out of high school for a year. She would be 60 today, missing from Raleigh, North Carolina. She weighed 110 pounds. And this is what made me so sad. What does it say for last seen?
I know.
Circumstance of disappearance.
I know. Yeah.
All of a sudden, she was just gone, and nobody know what happened. Please stay in contact with your people.
Yeah.
If something seems weird. So, I found a website, and I love it. And it's called Black and Missing. They deal with African American people, but also anyone of color. And from what I've read, anyone. You know what I mean? Like, they focus on people of color. But, like, if you need help, go to them. Because they seem to be the most helpful resource out there. It's bamfi.org. There's a checklist. And it's like, if you think that someone's going missing, a checklist to literally fill out. And there's things on there like, their full name, birthday, any nicknames, addresses. But then build. What's their build? You know,
Yeah,
things
for
like
real.
that you don't think about. Mm-hmm. Tattoos. It's in my if you go missing kit.
Right.
All of this information is a lot of it is if my go missing kit, but a lot of it's not.
Mm-hmm.
There's things like habits. One of the questions I saw, does the individual chew gum? I don't know why they asked that. I mean, I get like smoke, recreational drugs, chew gum. I don't know why they asked that question, but if they have a particular spot they go for coffee, are they religious? You know, and fill this out as soon as something happens. Mm-hmm. While it's fresh on your brain, because it will probably be skewed with emotion.
Right.
You know, my mom used to tell me that once, like, somebody's been gone for a long time, people have a tendency to forget every bad thing that they did and just talk about how great they were.
Right.
You know, like they lived like the devil their whole life, but once they died, they talked about them like they was Jesus, like that type of thing. If you want to find them, own their garbage.
Yeah.
Like, if they had a drinking problem, say they had a drinking problem, they could be in bars. They could be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they had a drug problem, they have a drug problem. Don't try to hide their character, thinking that you're going to save their reputation. Save their life.
Right.
Forget their character. Like, that doesn't matter. And please, there's so many things to understand. If you're in this and you have someone that's missing, it's not your fault.
Right.
You didn't do anything wrong. Gabby's family didn't do anything wrong. Brian Landry's family, they might have done something wrong. But, like, as far as whatever he did, they might have done something wrong since the point on. But they didn't control his actions. Don't protect people. Be truthful. Take care of your mental health. And focus on the mental health of those people around you. Like, guys, there's warning signs out there. Speak up. Don't worry. I would much rather you make somebody feel awkward and be mad at you rather than you be on a search looking for their body somewhere.
Right.
And it can happen. And I honestly don't believe, because your girl be like researching serial killers and stuff, because the whole thing makes me be like, what is that? You know it's true.
I mean, good gracious, yeah.
I mean, there's some serial killers that are absolutely like... But there's some things for real that make me like, okay, there's people that are crazy. There's serial killers, like, can't do anything. 90% of murders, the recidivism rate is absolutely zero. It's a crime of passion in a situation like this. They could have been prevented. Listen to Snapped. Women kill people because they lose it. Or they're greedy and want insurance money. It's one of the two. I mean, I'm just saying, like, listen, if you hate your wife and she starts giving you powdered donuts, don't eat them. Could be arsenic. Or Gatorade. Gatorade with the seal popped. You're giving me crazy looks right now.
Because I can't relate to none of this.
You might want to start listening to Snap.
I can't let you...
Just saying. Saving your life right now. But for real though, like, very few murders are like serial killer psychopaths, right? Most of them are crimes of passion. A crime of passion could be prevented. You cut off crazy at the head. And if the person that you love can't cut it off, at least try to help. You might not can help.
Right.
But also, a thing, there's people out there who probably got in arguments, who saw Gabby and Brian's video and was like, oh my God, why don't you hold me like that? Like, why don't you love me that way? They're so in love. And then they might have had a fight.
Right.
Because it got toxic that way.
Yeah.
Why are you comparing me to them? Why are you comparing me to them? Well, she looks so cute and like she has on no makeup and you wear all this makeup. And then she's like, well, I wear it because I want to look pretty for you. I don't want you to look that way. And then she don't wear it and she looks ugly. Or she's like, why don't you take care of me? And why don't you go hiking and go outdoorsy? And he's like, because I want to play video games and you play them too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so many things that you can put it in a situation where it looks pretty.
Yeah.
But that's not who you are, they are.
Mm-hmm.
And then we look at situations where things look pretty, and that's not how it is.
Right.
Life ain't pretty all the time.
No.
I choose to present my pretty part on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably being my least pretty right now. Because I think I could be murdered. Like, I don't think I'm trying to actively be murdered. I probably should, like, restate that.
Thank you.
But I don't think that I could not be.
Right.
If tonight you don't text me when you get home, there is a good chance me and my son will get in my car and come look for you on the side of the road.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
You know that, though, about me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fight you if I think you're hurt. And then if you're okay, you might want to, like, cut your Achilles.
You'll fight me if you think you're hurt?
If you're fine.
Oh.
If you make me worry and then you're fine because you were just being selfish, you're like, oh, I was tired. I just fell asleep. You know what? Can you tell that's happened before?
No.
They all knew. It was too quiet.
Right. Yeah.
I am one of those people. My friends. My mom. I don't care if she's 80. If you leave my home, you text me when you arrive home. I need to know you arrived. There's crazy people on the road. She taught me that. She's like, ain't nothing good on the road after 11 o'clock but drunks. Well, really, Mommy, there's like truck drivers and people going other places, but I get her point now. It's concerning. If you're driving at night, I'm worried. I have the location on with the kids.
Right.
I need to know when you got home. Text me when you leave work. Sweet little old Bella, she works 8 minutes from home maybe. Text me when you leave. Text me when you arrive. And then if she texts me, I'm here. You didn't tell me you left. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just, not because I think she's doing something wrong. I don't mean it that way. She's good. Just, I want to know you're safe. And if you need to be looked for, I want you to be able to be looked for. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I encourage you, share your location. Not you, but like proverbial. Mm-hmm. You with somebody that you trust. You know, if you're 60 and you want to share it with your mom who's 80, share it. But where someone can get to you. It's a great feature that we have on the phone. I mean, like, FBI had said the number since the Find My app has cut down significantly.
Well, that's good.
So we've got things out there. Use it. Find people you can trust. Like your friends, your girlfriends. You know, make your kids. Kids shouldn't have a choice. If you're 18, if I'm paying your phone bill, you're sharing. If you're not sharing, you don't have a phone.
Right.
Like, if I'm paying the phone bill, you're sharing. I don't care if you're a kid. If you're 31 and I'm paying your phone bill, then we have another conversation. It's time for you to get out and get off my phone bill. But you get what I'm saying, though. Tell me something to make me laugh. This is tragic.
No. I mean, I'm still in the tragic mode, so I don't have anything to say about it. But I would say this to you before we go. I'm very proud of you because this has been your passion and I'm very proud of you. So you want to save lives. You've taken things that you've gone through in your life. You've looked at those situations of, you know what I'm saying? And you say, I want to save people. And so I'm very proud of you. This is some incredible work you did.
Thank you. You know, look, I'm crying. It breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart because this should have never happened. And it breaks my heart as I look at, Marquis, Cheryl, Pamela, Omar. Nobody's looking for them. Mm-hmm. And
but we don't know that. We don't know that.
I got a report right here saying nobody's really looking for them.
Oh, they said that?
Like, well, no, their family is still looking for him.
Yeah. Okay, when you said nobody.
But, no, I mean, like, but where are they?
Mm-hmm.
People know. It shouldn't get to this point. From 2001, he's been missing for 20 years.
Mm.
He's been missing longer than my daughter's been alive.
Right.
And his family's sitting there wondering to where they're still saying, where is he? They've contacted them saying, where is he? You know, I'm a widow. At least I knew where he was.
Right.
I can't imagine thinking, yeah, he's probably dead. But there are the cases where people have had like amnesia or have had like a medical issue and started a life other places, like completely fine. How would you not have that hope if that was a person that you loved?
Mm-hmm.
That's always going to be there.
Right.
At least I had closure. In a way, this breaks my heart.
Right.
And this girl was 22.
Mm-hmm.
It was our kid's age. Like, you deal with that age kid every day.
Mm-hmm.
And why? Why?
Right.
There's so much more to this we don't know. And I mean, I'm putting my money on Dog the Bounty Hunter. I am.
Right.
Right now, I'm claiming Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's going to find him. People are saying that Brian's killed himself. I don't think he killed himself. I don't think he did. I hope he didn't. I don't want 2 lives lost.
Right.
There's people out there who's like, I hope he killed himself. He deserves it. I don't know that he did it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he did it. Like, to be fair, my personal opinion. I'm not saying he did do it. Legal disclaimer. My personal opinion. He could have done it. That being said, I don't know. But I still don't want another person to die.
Right.
Like, it's just sad. And can we please find this sweet geologist? He's somewhere. He needs help. And can we please quit seeing race with missing people and see people?
Right.
Like, why is race even a thing now? It's like 2021. We have Hamilton. We've got Bridgerton.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how would that be a thing? It's still a thing, though. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And what I'm saying, every single person who has blood in their veins and a heart in their chest, if they go missing, I don't care if you're white, blonde hair, blue-eyed female, or a black, brown-eyed male, or a brown, curly-headed, transgendered person. Every person with a heart in their chest and blood in their veins, if they're missing, can we please find them? Mm-hmm. Can we please put an equal effort? FBI, hey, can we all get on board on this? Can we have like a communication system to where we can look for these people and it be on the news? Because I don't even have the news and I found out about this. Give me something to where I find out. I want to care. I want to pray. I want to know and look for these people. Okay, so I'm done now. Say something happy because I'm going to go to the bathroom and cry.
Well, thank you for listening to this episode. And we are done. Hope you got a lot out of this. And follow us on what now? What platform?
I'm crying.
Okay.
No. Instagram. Facebook. We don't do Snapchat because you won't. And TikTok. But we don't really do that much yet either. But we're getting there.
Yeah. So tune in next time for Red
Just read
and
the
Green.
show notes. It's going to be so much better. I'm too depressed to do a fun ending.
Huh? Okay. Anyway, don't know what you're talking about. So talk to y'all later. See you next time. This is
Not
me
the COVID.
on Red and Green, the podcast. Bye.